Observer, I don't know what's wrong. It's very easy. Let me answer you, man. In the chapter you are talking about, this is Ibn Kathir. The courses you are talking about, let me give you, add me to your list, please. Add me so I can send you the PM, and you send the link in the room, please. Post this link. Let me PM you. This is Ibn Kathir. Post it so everybody can see. According to the Muslims, and you are a Sunni, there is two views. The first one saying that the sun goes under the throne of Allah, and this is the most accurate one because it's supported by the hadith of Sahih al-Bukhari. Muhammad, he said to Abu Zar, do you know where is the sun goes? When? In the time of the sunset. Abu Zar, he said, only his messenger, Allah and his messenger knew. He said the sun go every day, which means travel every day, and goes and prostrate under the throne of Allah. So you are trying to say to us that the Quran speaks about an orbit when the Prophet of Islam is speaking about something totally different. Actually, it is totally the opposite. He thinks, your Prophet, that the sun goes every night and travel and sleep under the throne of Allah. And then in the morning is going to ask Allah to go back again where it's coming from. And let me show you what your Prophet said so you know you can read it by yourself. Here we go. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, book number 54, hadith number 421. And please post the link I gave in the room because I didn't see it until now. Observer, are you going to post it? If you don't, I will find my way. Here we go. This is what your Prophet said. Everybody open the link. Read. Oh, it's not coming? Okay, let's do this. We do this. We have to take off. Okay, now it's working. Everybody, guys, open the hadith and read. And this is Muhammad explain where the sun goes. So, Mr. Observer, he cannot say the Prophet is lying. The Prophet asked me at the sunset, do you know where the sun goes at the time of the sunset? So the question is about what? Where the sun goes at the sunset. Correct? Very clear. I replied. This is Abu Zar. He is answering. I replied. Allah and his apostle knew better. He said who? Muhammad. It goes, i.e. travel, till it prostrates itself underneath the throne and take the permission to raise again, and it's permitted, and then a time will come when it will be about to prostrate itself, but its prostration will not be accepted, and it will ask permission to go on its course. On its course. So what is the course? The course is the sun every day, go and sleep under the throne of Allah. In the morning, go back and rise again. This is the course. So the day will come when it asks for permission to go in its course, but it will not be permitted, but it will be ordered to return. Once it has come and is in the west. So what you say to me, the Quran speak about orbit, it is false. Because your Prophet, he gave us a very clear answer that this is about the sun do sleep under the throne of Allah. Now do you think really the sun every day disappear because the sun is traveling, as your Prophet said in the hadith? The mic is yours.
Yes, I believe that actually. When you say that the sun sleeps under the throne of Allah, that is not a scientific statement. When you say the sun is traveling in an orbit, that is a scientific statement. We can observe the sun, but we cannot observe the throne of Allah, and we cannot observe the sun doing anything else other than moving. That is all we can observe. That is all that is visible to science. And unless you have some scientific scope that could say where your God is and where Allah's throne is, then you have no argument. You're simply arguing that because you cannot observe it, that means it must be false, which is not scientific. Your mic.
Guys, he just said that the sun traveled, and this is what caused the sunset. The fact everybody knows, even children, that the sun, it is not the one who disappear. It is the earth going around itself will cause the sun to disappear at night. Because remember the hadith says, Muhammad is saying to Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun disappear, where the sun goes in the time of the sunset? So the question is about what? Where the sun goes at the sunset. Mr. Observer, he said, yes, I believe in that the sun go and prostrate itself under the throne of Allah. But the fact the sun go nowhere. If you are on different side of the earth, you will see the sun still there. It is the earth going around itself, not the sun traveling from a place to place. So the statement you said, it's very false. And the statement of your prophet is false too. Because the sun is going nowhere and moving nowhere. Saying that the sun have an orbit, this is a different story. Because your prophet in here is speaking about what? Your prophet is speaking about the course of the day. The sunset. Not the course of the sun is going to go in an orbit. Because as you see, the orbit here is very clear. Every day the sun go, i.e. travel, and go to sleep under the throne of Allah. And this is what making the sun set. This is false statement proving the Quran to be false book. The mic is yours.
It would be nice if you could reciprocate the same generosity when a Muslim takes the mic in your room. Just keep that in mind for another time. As again, you mentioned that this is the course during the day. Yes, it is the course during the day. And it is indeed 24 hours a day. It is daylight somewhere else, right? In some part of on some part of the planet, it is noon somewhere on the planet, 24 hours a day. You said that the sun doesn't go anywhere, when in fact it is in an orbit. You mentioned that this, because it's referring to the cycle of the day, it negates the fact that the sun is moving, or the sun is prostrating at the time of the night, or at the time of the day that you're referring to, or that is referred to in the tafsir. One does not negate the other. It could be that at one point in the nighttime, where it is in your part of the world, that the sun is indeed in prostration, and it continues to do so, right? As for how long it is in prostration, that is something else, right? Because again, the sun is, there's sunrise, as a scientific reference to sunrise, there's sunrise in some part of the world at every second of the day, right? So the fact is that there is prostration, but you don't know for how long the prostration is. The Quran doesn't say for how long the prostration is, right? So for you to say that this is unscientific, then it means that you have some way of knowing that the sun does not prostrate, and you have some way of knowing that it does not prostrate under the throne of Allah. Your mic.
Great. I like what he said. Guys, listen to this carefully. Did he say that the sun rays in every second in somewhere in this earth? Did he say that? Did he say that himself? He said that, right? This means your prophet is not being honest. Because your prophet saying that the sun set because the sun is under the throne of Allah. Now, the sun, let us assume that the throne of Allah is exactly over the sun. Whatever that sun is exists now. And you just say the sun is exist and raising in somewhere else in the earth every second. That's what you say. Correct? This is mean the sun is not traveling. This is mean the sun is not moving. This is mean that the sun do not need to disappear. Because your prophet claimed that the sun is going And you just say this is an orbit. So the sun is moving. This is number one. Moving where? To a location. What is that location? Under the throne of Allah. And what that will cause us not to see the sun. Now for how long we don't see the sun? 8 hours. 10 hours. Huh? Let us make it 10 hours. Now 10 hours the sun is not seen, for it is under the throne of your God. Is that really true? The sun is not seen because the sun is under the throne of Allah? Absolutely false. Because the sun did not go anywhere. And regarding the sun is moving, it doesn't change anything, because simply the sun is moving and the earth is moving together. In case you don't know. Because we are under the control of that system. We are not moving by ourselves and the sun moving itself and everyone move whatever he wants. No, we are moving together, the sun and the earth. Therefore that movement will not make any difference. Specifically when we speak about the 24 hours a day, that movement has nothing to do with the sunset, because your prophet is speaking about what? About the sunset exactly. Where the sun is going now is going to sleep under the throne of Allah. And look what your prophet said. He said, every day the sun asks permission to come back to its course. So it is out of the course. Correct, guys? When Muhammad he said, every day the sun will ask to come back to its course, it means when the sun is sleeping under the throne, it is not in the course. Otherwise there is no need to take a permission to go back to its course. And let me post your prophet words and your Muslim translation so you don't say I'm making things up. Here we go. This is your translation. It will be about to prostrate itself, but its prostration will not be accepted, and it will ask permission to go on its course. Correct, guys? On its course. So that in that point, the sun, it is not on that course. The sun now is under the throne of Allah. And this is false. Because the science orbit doesn't say the sun go and sleep in a station, in the morning go back to the station as if it's a train, and then, you know, the train will go in that course of the 2 bars. This is what your prophet is saying. Your mic.
Okay. Let's not beat a dead horse. Let's not beat a dead horse. There's no way, one, for you to prove that the sun does not go under the throne of Allah, right? 2, the permission to go on its course, meaning, does not negate the fact that it is already on a course, right? It does not negate the fact. It simply means it's continuing its course, or going on its course. However you want to refer to that as, or interpret that as, it means that it's continuing a course, right? As for how long the prostration is, okay, it is for that period of time that you don't see the sun, right? And this is a continuous period of time, depending on where you are on the earth, right? So your argument is pretty much based on what you yourself can perceive. And I'll bring you such a statement from the Bible itself and see. I will bring you such a statement from the Bible itself and see if it is the same, if it has the same paradox that you would refer to, or that you might want to refer to it as. Your mic, you mean.